Hey guys, so I'm about 20 miles into my century ride, and I want to ask you this, and I've been thinking about this myself because I'm preparing myself for retirement and for doing long multi-day long rides in other countries. And there will be a combination of, obviously combination of pavement, but there's going to be dirt and gravel mixed in. And I'm a gravel biker. I don't really want to do it on road bikes and skinny tires and slick tires and deal with that. And I'm not trying to go for speed and speed records. I'm just going for distance. So I want to ask you this. How many of you guys have rode 100-mile dirt rides, either on your mountain bike or on your gravel bike? And I honestly could say I haven't done a full dirt 100 miles on either of my gravel bikes or on my mountain bikes. The most I've done is around 40 something miles in the dirt, and that was on my mountain bike, and I think I got about 6,000 feet elevation that day. I'll have to look back on my data, but I wanted to talk to you about that because I want to do that, and I want to know who's down for doing 100 miles in the dirt, and I want to ask you guys, should I do an event? I've never done a gravel event, but we know there's those gravel events that are long distance gravel rides, and there's even multi-day rides. Of course, the most famous being the Tour Divide ride. I don't think I would ever do that, but there's other long distance rides across Oregon or Washington, Montana, Idaho. They all have different rides. So I like the Northwest. That's my preference, but I'm not opposed to East Coast either. If there was some rides over there, I guess I would fly over there and bring my bike and prepare for that. But I'm most interested, my friend went to Vietnam and he did some touring over there. I've done some stuff in Philippines, and I'm also considering Thailand. I've heard they've got a big cycling scene in Thailand. So what are your thoughts? I think the initial thing is for me to start doing 100-mile rides on the pavement, but on these 45C tires, because I feel like that's the first part. Is I got to get over the fear of having a big tire for a long distance ride. My previous 100-mile rides, and I do have a couple on 45C tires, but for the most part my 100-mile rides have been on 40C, and they've been on the slicker version of the Gravel King tires, and then the Terravel Rampart tire, which, that's a slick tire. So that made it a lot easier, I think, because it's a slick tire and you're riding on pavement. But what about having it on a tire that's got a little more traction, more friction, right? The bigger the tire, the more friction you have, and the tougher it's going to be. So you got to think about that. Do you want to be out all day on a big tire carrying that extra weight? And how do you think that's going to feel? So I say feel it. Right now my Strava says I could do 149 based on the estimated distance. I'll tell you what I've done right now. I've done where is it? I can't tell on that one. I have to get a screen I'm more familiar with. I've done 18.5 so far, so not quite 20, and I feel fine. I definitely don't feel fatigued at all. The biggest thing for me on long distance rides is the fatigue, not so much of my legs and cramping or anything like that. I'm not a cramper, thank God, but the fatigue in my arms and then my neck from just holding on to drop bars, holding on to the hoods for a long time, and not properly using my core, I guess, to keep the weight off my arms. So that's where I've got to work on that aspect of preparing myself for a long distance ride. But I'll tell you what, these huge tires are super comfortable, so I don't feel any road vibration. Right now I have 30 psi, so the tire pressure is very friendly for all these little tiny bumps. I hardly feel them. Even if you guys could see where they've done all the tar across the asphalt right there, I barely feel that, barely. It just almost disappears. So if you are on skinnier tires at higher pressure, you're feeling all that stuff, and over time that might be something that you don't like. I like my Ergon saddle. It's been great. I have the SR, which is their Ergon road saddle, and had no problems with it. And my setup has been obviously modified over time, and I don't really go that fast. I'm going 17 right now, 18, with a very modest wattage output of around 110, trying to stay above 100. So I'm not pushing that hard, and obviously this is a little bit of a decline. I don't push the pace at a decline. I don't feel the need to. I just kind of, I guess I keep the pace at a decline. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and let me know in your comments if you have ever considered doing a 100-mile dirt gravel ride or a 100-mile mountain bike ride, and how did you feel about that? Talk to you later.